Hello, fire signs. Welcome to the Power of Three and me. My name's Amber. If this is your first time, and if you're returning, welcome back. It's May 2026, and you saw in the title, it's what they, whoever they is for you, could be anybody. Obviously, somebody significant, whether it's a relationship or like a family member or a child, somebody you work with. I don't know, but it's what they need to tell you. So that's what we're looking at in May 2026. So if you're a Aries, a Leo, or a Sagittarius, there could be a message here for you. So to start things off, I am the good shepherd. The good shepherd giveth his life for the sheep. Automatically pick up somebody having to stand up for themselves. And maybe that's what they need to say. They need to state their case. They need to say, look, I do everything. Maybe this is something that, maybe this is you in this case, but it's somebody needing to tell somebody, but it's about what's needed to be told to you. So I don't know. Maybe it's something to do with a relationship and they feel like they're doing everything they can and it's not enough. We'll see what comes out. Lay vampire is what we're using for the main spread. I've got the microphone so that you can hear me well, but it pardon me because I keep bumping it. So ahead of time. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, what is the overall energy for their what they need to tell them? Reading for May 2026. Okay. Nobility, high honor, high standards, and idealistic. See, again, whether this is somebody wanting to tell you that they feel like, maybe they're not liking how they're being treated, but somebody very noble, honorable, that would give their life, basically, and they give their life maybe on a daily basis by thinking of everybody else and putting themselves last. And again, if this is resonating with you, if it's switched around and it's, you needing to tell somebody, but again, I'm just being honest in the sense that it's basically coming at you. Somebody needing to tell you this is how they feel. So this for the supporting energy is wisdom of the oracle. So let's see what comes out to support this for the fire signs. Observer. So that clears it up even more. It might be some third party that is observing the fact that somebody needs to speak up for someone that's absolutely giving their all in something, whether it's probably a relationship, a marriage perhaps, and maybe completely abandoned somehow. We'll see what comes out because it's general, so it might be, it's going to be different for everybody, right? Everybody's circumstances are a little bit different. Again, I for the first video I did this, this is what we're using for the main spread, and I don't really know how to translate it, but that's what it's called, Tarot de la Nuit. So if you know, it's to do with, blackness. I don't know, like it's kind of vampire-ish, really. So when I think about the images on this deck, so um, that's funny because the nobility, she's got wings, but she reminds me of a vampire. She isn't. She isn't. I don't think she is. Her mouth's closed. I don't know. Two fell. Page of Pentacles and Five of Cups. Page of Pentacles, Earth energy. Somebody that, I mean, maybe it's because they're young. Maybe it's because they don't have a lot of money, but they have a lot of skill, they have a lot of drive, they have a lot of heart. And they would, again, I'm the good shepherd with giveth his life for the sheep. That tells me that this person might not be all that, in a bag of chips in society, but they're the best housewife, they're the best mother, they're the best cook, but they do things maybe simply and cheaply and affordably, blah, 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 blah. They just give their absolute all. They're honest and they have high standards, but maybe still looked at and treated as a page. Not worth much. Yeah, not, just not valued in some way. I don't really know how to word it. Five of Cups. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. This is sadness and regret. And this is, I think, where this is, what this is, blah, I can't talk. This is what the observer is noticing. And that observer could be anybody. One more, please, for the fire signs. Hmm. I don't feel you guys' energy here yet, so this is definitely something coming towards you. See? I go and I say that, and there's the chariot, and the moon's behind it. So this might be all unbeknownst to you that this person feels like they're not, and again, it could be your partner, right? Your wife, whatever. Because it's female energy out here, so even at the top, even overall. You might not know this is coming. You might not know that they feel this way. This Five of Cups might be hidden from you with this moon, where they keep that sadness and regret that maybe you don't appreciate them, you don't value them, and the fact that they would give their life and that they're noble and trustworthy and all the things, right? Bottom of the deck. Yeah. See? Six of Pentacles. We know that Six of Pentacles, see, everything's all one-sided. They do everything and maybe get absolutely no recognition or appreciation in return, just because of love, right? And this is what somebody is observing, whether it's a family member, whether it's a friend. We're going to clarify with this is the Gilded Tarot for Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, May 2026. Please clarify what they need to tell them. Reading under the Page of Pentacles, please. It's funny too, because I just want to bring this up. I don't even know what this card is in my hand yet, but like what she's holding is so pretty and so beautiful. It's a snowflake now that my eyes are focusing. Ten of Cups, see? You can't get any better than the Ten of Cups. You can't get any better than this person that only seems to be treated as a page. You can't get any better than this. But for some reason, somebody is observing that your person feels very undervalued, very underappreciated, very underloved. And maybe you're just too busy to notice, or they just hide it really well and don't say anything, and you're the kind of person that just goes with the flow. Somebody had something to say, they'd say it. See? Under the Five of Cups, the Two of Swords. You might be completely unaware that this is maybe being observed by somebody else more serious than you have been taking it, or even maybe haven't even noticed or been aware. Under the Chariot, please. Clarify the Chariot. See it? Nine of Cups. Mm. Wish fulfillment. They always make sure that everybody's wishes are fulfilled. That's why the 10 is here. Under the Chariot, the Nine of Cups. That's why they keep it hidden as well, I feel, right? They keep it hidden, but somebody else sees it. So maybe it's not your person that's going to say it, it's going to be a third party that needs to tell you that you need to start saying things like, "You're an amazing cleaner. You clean this house better than any, like, it's so good. Your cooking is great. Your baking is the best." It makes me, like just those little comments that you make just to make somebody's day for all the hard work that they've done, keeping this 10 of cups, a happy household, clean, you know, good meals, all the errands done, everything, everybody looked after, everybody's wishes fulfilled. And completely nobody ever says, "Hey, you're amazing. You're great. You always do these things. I don't know what I'd do without you." Just those little comments that make somebody feel like $1,000,000. Bottom of the deck, here's a page of Pentacles. I just feel like this is telling us that this person is also like very, very good with money. Like I explained, rewind about the 10 of Cups. Like just knowing how to make good meals and run a good house and just loving everybody over themselves, like willing to give their life nobly for their family, their loved ones, and not putting on a big show. They're idealistic. So it doesn't make sense to them to feed whatever it is, a family of two, three, four, and wasting money. Uh, like everything about this person is logical and just founded on a great foundation. Um, that's what I get from this Page of Pentacles. But yet, and there's a Page of Wands behind that, the messenger. Somebody's going to say something to you about this because I just feel like, it's a youth thing. Maybe people just don't know how to gauge this nobility in this person, or maybe they're just the kind of people that don't want to give people compliments like that so their head blows up, like people are weird sometimes. We're going to get your advice from the gypsies, and then we're closing out with the rebel deck, and it can be pretty, sometimes it swears, so just heads up. Okay, for the fire signs, please give them their advice on nobility and the observer. See it sticking out, and it is doctor. So again, it could be more of a professional person that is noticing maybe signs of depression, or maybe your person has gone to the doctor and complained of signs of depression. Feel like the things that you don't even realize, you just think something's wrong, like they're tired all the time, maybe they want to go to bed all the time, and they just don't have a lot to say, and timid, and maybe talking to the doctor about feeling like they want to cry all the time and something like that, and there's nothing really wrong, they just don't want to say that they just feel completely unloved and unvalued and underappreciated, and they couldn't do a better job if you went and bought it in the store. So this could be maybe a little more serious for some of you, where people are going to the doctor to talk about dealing with depression. So that's a good thing to know. Ten of Cups under the Page of Pentacles, which look at me. That's like double confirmation because that's the Page of Pentacles. It's here twice. See, it's yeah. Okay. Something flipped. That's not. It's faux, but I knocked the deck at the same time, so I don't think that's a legitimate thing there. Well, just if it's meant to come out, it'll come out. Ten of Cups under the Page of Pentacles, please. Merchant. Um, this could be clarifying that you might be a business owner, especially with this Chariot here. Only Emperor drives the Chariot, so you might be a business owner, and that gets kind of touches back again for a third time on me saying that even though this person is young, and maybe it's expected for somebody that young to kind of take advantage of wealth, but they don't. They manage the money very, very, very well. They run the house, they cook the meals, they pay the bills, they do everything very logically and very honorably. They aren't wasting money, even if you guys have a lot of it. And again, this observer could be a doctor. Two of Swords under the Five of Cups. That Two of Swords, they're saying this might be that oath where the doctor can't tell you, but this reading can. But if the person goes to the doctor and talks to the doctor about depression and it's related to you and you aren't aware, the doctor can't call you and tell you that. So I think that's kind of what that is about, to be honest. Let's see what comes out to confirm or your advice on that. See, sweetheart, they're keeping it all to themselves. And this is why eventually, when you don't talk about your feelings and you can't work through these things, it's going to take its toll. And they're very young, so they don't have a lot of experience. And obviously, think the world of you more so than themselves. But I think it will be a lot better for you and them, more mainly, for this to come out. Nine of Cups under the Chariot, please. Old woman. So this could be somebody that this could be like a family member, again, with the tongue tied, family member that you've heard maybe ask their advice on how to handle this when it comes up, or if you even suspect that this is the truth, or if somebody else, it's not a doctor, but an observer, maybe like this, somebody else, like a family member that mentions that maybe they've caught this person quietly crying, just little things that maybe they thought they should mention, just so you know. Because it's not like I'm not, nobody's saying that you're bad at all. It's just some people don't realize that they just don't know their person well enough to know that they might need this validation. And your person's too much of a sweetheart to tell you. And they're knocking themselves out maybe more and more and more, hoping that you'll say something. And you don't. Falseness at the bottom. See, they're keeping it to themselves. They're being false in the sense that they're smiling when they really want to cry sometimes because they just want to say, why don't you appreciate me? Why don't you know, tell me anything? I don't know. I'm starting to pick up on it and I don't want to get too much into that energy. We're going to close out, guys, because I think you basically get it. Maybe you won't even know for sure whether this is resonating with you or not yet, but it might down the road. So We're going to see what comes out of the Rebel deck to close this energy out safely. Brace yourself for your advice. Hopefully, it's not too um, nasty because it can be sometimes. But for the fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, please give them the advice they need to take away from this reading. Whoa, whoa, that's too much. And don't forget, it swears, so closing energy, please. Oh, what'd you get? Take a fucking trip. And I think that's good advice because I think maybe once you realize this or you find this out, go see some shit, do some new things, talk to people cooler than you. Like once you realize maybe or you find out your person's going through this and that they just need some TLC from you. And that extra little, like I say, you can just say, yep, instead of, yep, thanks, see you later. You can say, hey, thanks for this, whatever they did today or whatever they're going to, like anything. I can't wait to see you later. It's just those little extra words that make the person feel like $1 million because it can only come from you. So I'm going to leave it there, guys. And I really hope that you will, get this message if it's meant for you. I'm not going to bug you guys to hit the like button anymore because people they just don't. So, um, I hope you guys get through this okay and take care of yourself until I see you again for another one. Bye for now.